I have been on the surface of this wasteland for 100 days, or just over 3 months. I have adapted and overcame the threats of the undead, but lately the zombies have been evolving, becoming stronger and form in much bigger hordes. Will I be able to thrive in this apocalyptic wasteland, or die trying? Welcome to my 200-day journey in a hardcore apocalyptic wasteland. Also, we are very close to 50,000 subscribers, so consider subscribing. Before the end of these 200 days, I had a few goals in mind. Number 1, I wanted to build multiple complex machines that would help me advance in this journey. Number 2, I wanted to defeat the Wither to get my hands on the infamous Nether Star. And number 3, I wanted to defeat the final wave on day 200, where thousands of zombies spawn, as well as the mutant zombie, the overlord of the zombie race. It was day 101. I was hundreds of miles away from the base, and my plane was now on fire. I had to land. I exited the plane and traveled on foot. I soon came across a cave and found these weird ores that I have never seen before. I wonder what this is used for. After mining, I came across a villager outpost. There were no survivors, however, so due to this, I had the full right to steal everything from their home. I mean, what are they gonna do? Haunt me? Today was the day I was to set foot to reclaim my home that was lost to the zombie horde. This was gonna be a long and challenging journey, but I was determined to get back my home. Day 103, I tried to recreate a Michael Bay movie and ran over a TNT trap while a horde of zombies were chasing me. Yeah, this did absolutely nothing. Today I tried to make an impossible jump across a ravine. Wow, give it up for the best Minecraft player in the world. Day 105, I came across an evolved zombie that was super fast and dealt tons of damage. So to slow the zombies down, I built an impenetrable defense of stone bricks. Soon after my health was draining fast, I put on my fast pants and dashed for safety. However, unfortunately, the fast zombie kept up with me, and it was impossible to hit. He soon took me down to 2.5 hearts. I pulled out my golden apple and ate it quickly. I then finally finished off the zombie. Wow. That was close. I then finally caught a glimpse of the base. It has been so long since I've seen this place. It was time to reclaim what was once mine. Day 106, I realized how bad of shape my house was in. Blocks were broken everywhere, and lava was leaking in. I had a lot of work to do to rebuild this home. From days 107 to 111, I was hard at work to rebuild the base. Day 112, I looked inside the chest and pulled out a map that showed today's sponsor, Honeygain. Did you know you can make easy money without robbing an innocent villager for all of their emeralds? Yeah, well, Honeygain is a free-to-download app on PC and Android. Honeygain will share some of your internet connections, and in return, you will start to make some money. You hear that, villager? I won't have to steal your life savings anymore.
Do you honestly think?
Now, to make more money through Honeygain, you just simply connect more devices to make more money. Now, this money won't buy you a mansion of your dreams, but it can pay for your monthly Netflix subscription, or even buy you some mine coins. I still don't know what these do. Now, this all may sound very suspicious, but listen to me. Honeygain is 100% safe to use, and connections to your internet are 100% encrypted. And Honeygain doesn't collect any personal data about any of their users. And to top it all off, it has thousands of high-star reviews, and overall, it's just a great choice to make some free money. So use code Gloomless when signing up for Honeygain for a free $5 added to your account. I mean, who doesn't want a free $5? So sign up for Honeygain today using the link in the description. After putting the honey-filled map back in the chest, I decided it was time to go to the Nether. I soon found this weird part of the Nether that I have never seen before. I then realized a ghast was checking me out, so like any normal person would do when someone is staring at them, I pulled out my 50 cal sniper and shot him. The next day I collected some exotic nether plants and then headed back to the nether base. On the way home, I met the cutest glowing thing that was going to be my friend for the rest of my life. Oh, never mind. I killed it. I then came home and said hello to Slave. I mean Citizen. I then went mining for the entireties of day 114 to 115 and came back with 37 diamonds. And I didn't even have a fortune pickaxe. That's pretty crazy. Day 116, I made an efficiency 4 pickaxe and then spent the rest of the day doing random non-efficient things, like usual. The next day, I went to the nether and tried to kidnap one of these glow things, but to my surprise, it didn't work. So I left the little creature to live its long and peaceful peaceful life. I then spent the rest of the day collecting and exploring these nether biomes. Day 118, I went to this dark nether biome and stepped on one of the plants, and it began to poison me. Yeah, this place was dangerous. I went straight home after. The next day, I took some netherite that I found in the nether and made it into paper. Then after made some books in the most normal way. Nope, nothing's wrong about this. After I burned some zombies alive and then went back to the sentry gun and there were thousands of duplicates of it. I know this is kind of cheating, but I really don't care. I'm gonna take the turrets anyway. And then later on, I made some diamond chest upgrades. These are a lot better than the golden chest. Day 120, I upgraded my zombie trap chest from wood to gold. It was a much needed upgrade. I then went mining for the next 2 days. I was running very low on materials. Day 123, I made an L86 LSW? This was a high damaging assault rifle with 100 rounds and a magazine. This thing was super powerful. Yeah, I don't know anything about guns. I then colored this gun orange and added a scope for better ADSing accuracy. Day 124, I decided to raid another base to find some more awesome loot. Day 125 and 126, I really wanted to build a place to grow nether warts, nether reeds, and finally a place to make potions, so I decided to make a nether-like room. Day 127, I made my first potion using the brewing station. I just wanted to point out that I figured out how to brew potions all by myself. I then after did some farming by adding some carrots and some melons to the farm. I went mining for the next 2 days. Nothing really happened. I wanted to get my hands on some modded ores like aluminum, copper, and tin, but the only way to do this was to travel thousands of blocks away from spawn. So what was the best way to do this? Building a huge nether highway that stretched 1,000 blocks in the nether, so that would equal to 8,000 blocks in the overworld. Anyways, I started digging from days 130 to 132, avoiding all the obstacles along the way. Day 133, I took my nervous steps into the unknown. I soon arrived and a zombie started to chase me down. I soon killed it and then built a wall around the portal so no zombies could get in. Lastly, I traveled back home and harvested some netherite. I then came up with an amazing idea to cover the lava traps with iron doors so I could not accidentally walk in. Day 134, I made a base around the portal and added some chests, crafting tables, and furnaces. I spent days 135 to 137 mining new ores that I couldn't find at home. I would need a lot of these ores because they were used to make some very helpful machines that could help me advance hugely in this world. Today I still haven't found aluminum, so I decided to take a look in this huge ravine. And yeah, instead of getting down to the bottom like a normal person, I water bucketed down. Yeah, I don't know how I'm not dead yet. While down at the bottom of the ravine, I finally found aluminum. This ore was one of the main ores used in the machines I wanted to make. I then after made my way to the surface and headed back home. I started off day 139 with making a coal generator. This machine can be powered with coal to give off energy. I used the coal generator paired with a metallurgic infuser to craft a windmill. The windmill is a much better source of energy. After I made the windmill, I connected to the other machines inside the base for infinite energy. The next day I made a satchel for some portable storage. And then after I went mining to get some more ores. Today I made a cache. Catch? I honestly don't know how to pronounce that. Anyways, this is a very useful storage item. It can hold 20,000 of the same item. I decided to use this for all my cobblestone because, well, I had a stupid amount of it and it was clogging up all my chests. The next day I made a pulverizer to be able to start pulverizing ores. The next 2 days I went mining in the farlands. I wanted to find a lot of lead so I could pulverize it to hopefully get some silver. Day 145, I pulverized all the lead ore I had to get silver. Now, every time you smelt lead, there is a 15% chance you can get silver. And luckily enough, I got 2, and this was enough to make an energetic infuser. This was used to charge up items. I spent today making a jetpack. Yep, we were actually able to make a jetpack in the apocalypse. Yeah, this makes no sense. Finally, at the end of the night, I turned my PC into a Google Slides presentation. Yeah, trust me, even my PC was begging me for mercy. Today I made a room to put all of my mining machines in. I was planning on having an enrichment chamber that doubles all of my ores, and a digital miner, which mines ores automatically. Today I made an enrichment chamber. I was soon gonna start doubling ores. I then made some heat generators, which turn heat into a reliable energy source. After I made 2 furnaces so I could smelt all the ores I got. Day 149, I made 2 more metallurgic infusers, 1 for redstone input, 1 for coal, and 1 for diamond. I then after made it so when the ores are done passing through the enrichment chamber, it goes straight to the furnace to cook. Yeah, you don't want to know how long that took me to figure out. Finally, I tested the machine out. I put some iron in, and it doubled. Yeah, this machine was very useful. The next day, I decided that the heat generators were too weak to handle the machines, so I made a windmill and connected it to the machines down below. Now, I had absolutely no energy issues. The next day, I made a circuit fabricator, so I could make some basic wafers. These wafers were used for some other machines I needed. I soon after used the wafer to make a compressor. Day 152, I made 2 electric furnaces. Yeah, later I found out it was too slow to cook, so they ironically just ended up in a chest to never see the light of day again. I then spent the rest of the day mining. Very exciting stuff. I spent the next 2 days mining for some more materials so I can make a digital miner. I was still mining for day 155. Yeah, nothing really happened. Today I broke into a zombie cave with hundreds of zombies and a stone structure. It seemed to have a chest in it, so I decided to risk my life multiple times for the grand prize of literally nothing. Nice. You know how I said earlier that I would get rid of the electric furnaces? Yeah, well, there we go. Bye-bye, furnaces. I will never see you again. Day 157, I made another windmill because I was running quite low on energy. I then made a hopper system where when the items were smelted, they would automatically get put into a chest. This would eliminate overflow of ores in the furnace. I spent these 3 days making the digital miner. This thing was a very expensive machine. A digital miner is a machine that when it is powered, it can be configured to mine anything you want. I added a filter to mine all ores by typing in this command. After I set the radius to how deep it'll mine, and then finally I pressed start, and it started to automatically mine ores for me. This would mean I would never have to go mining again in my life. Today I tested out the jetpack, and well, let's just say I totally know how to use this thing, and it was so easy, no failures at all. I soon after figured out how to use the jetpack, and wow, this thing was awesome. I later made a recycler, so I could turn some of my items into scrap. You can put 9 of these scrap together to make a loot box. These loot boxes give you a random chance at getting an item. I really wanted to get my hands on a pumpkin, so I can make some iron golems. Day 162, I made a hopper system for the recycler, so I could drop items into the top chest, and it will automatically get processed through the machine. The next day, I filled the room expansion with stone bricks to make it look less horrible. And then after I went farming for some carrots because I was running out. And then I used the carrots to make some golden carrots because, well, I'm just rich. Then after I used the scrap to make a loot box and got some dirt. Nice. Then later on, I finally enchanted my diamond helmet with Aqua Affinity, Unbreaking 3, and Prot 4. Overall 3 very useful enchantments. Then I also enchanted my sword with Leech 3, which basically steals the health of opponents and gives it to me. And then finally, I made an absolutely insane pickaxe. It had Insight 3, Efficiency 4, Fortune 1, and Unbreaking 2. Day 164, I made 5 more loot boxes and got the legendary wooden hoe. This item was very hard to get in Minecraft. I then made 2 more windmills because, well, I was running into some serious energy problems. The next day, I put all of my redstone in the recycler to make some scrap. I really wanted to get a pumpkin out of the loot boxes. I then put in a speed upgrade to my enrichment chamber to speed up the process. Then when making some loot boxes, a blood moon was rising. If you don't know, in a blood moon, you can't sleep. The zombies will spawn 2 times as much. They are also stronger and faster. This was bad. I was extremely underprepared, but I went to the top of the watchtower and waited for the wave of zombies to come. Soon, the zombies emerged from the shadows. It was time to defend my home. After somehow surviving the blood moon, I came out with 44 levels. Now this was an absurd amount of levels. And finally, when emerging to the base, I noticed that there were some zombies that somehow crept inside. So I went and showed them what happens when you trespass onto my property. I then after made some diamond furnaces, the best furnace you can get. I then upgraded the last of my chests to diamond and enchanted my sword with sharpness 4. This enchantment was extremely helpful. The next day I expanded the mining room once again and replaced the walls with stone bricks. Day 168 I made another digital miner. Yeah, the digital miner is easily the best item in the game. and if you're gonna play this mod pack, you definitely need to make it. After I set the radius of the miner to 32 and put in the filter, then I went down to the zombie XP farm and slashed their legs out. I started off the day with enchanting my sword with looting 2. Whoa, I actually got sweeping edge 3, leech 3, and unbreaking 3 to go with it? Now that is lucky. I then combined it with my sharpness 4 sword, and in turn I got an amazing almost maxed out sword. I made tons of stone bricks after. I was planning on making a huge wall that would surround the perimeter of the base, but I would need thousands of stone bricks to do this. The easiest way to get stone was to use the digital miner, so I put a filter in that would only mine stone. This would get me tons of it very fast. I then made some loot boxes using the scrap and finally got a pumpkin. I was so happy. I then turned the pumpkin into seeds and decided to plant some. I was to soon have an army of iron golems. I then ended the day with some sweet murder. Day 170 I made a personal chest, which is basically a poor person version of a shulker box. After making the chest, I put all the stone bricks inside. At the end of the day, I went to collect some more XP. I really wanted to improve my enchantments on my armor. The next day I enchanted my diamond chestplate with prot 4, soulbound 3, otherwise known as the most useless enchant ever, and unbreaking 3. I then enchanted my diamond leggings with prot 4 as well. After enchanting my armor, on my way down the stairs, I noticed that there was an innocent citizen that walked into my base, so I decided to give him a very nice name to claim him as my own. I decided to call him I am a free man and not a slave. But when I came back to where he was gone. So I went through the portal to try to find him. And oh my god, there was a whole family in here. I guess Citizen has been getting some serious bacon. I am so proud of him. Lastly, I went out to do the daily zombie slaughter. Today was the day I was to start building the giant wall that would keep zombies away from the base. So I went to building. It was day 173 and the wall was finally finished, but it was only 3 blocks high. I wanted it to be huge, so I started to make the wall much higher. At the start of day 174, I turned into an attack helicopter and shot down these zombies while in the air. Now this is the coolest thing I've ever done in these 200 days so far. Wow, that's actually pretty sad. I then continued making the wall very high. This thing was gonna look so cool. After building, I took my jetpack up to take an aerial view of it. And wow, this thing looked amazing. I lastly enchanted my diamond boots with feather falling 4 because knowing me, if anything is gonna kill me, it was gonna be fall damage. Today I went searching for some slime in the nether so I can make some sticky pistons for a later build. To be able to get slime in the nether, there are these eyeball things hanging, so all you have to do is just break them. That is so goddamn disgusting. I then shot some innocent marshmallow in the air with my gun. It was very fun. I then put together all the supplies to make this mysterious build. These 2 days I wanted to make a redstone powered door that would open and close with just a click of a button. So I used my huge brain and came up with this design all by myself. I know, I'm the best at redstone. You don't need to remind me. Yeah, no, I literally stole this tutorial from YouTube. My brain functions like a premature 2-year-old. Like, I don't even know how to use repeaters. And would you look at that? It works perfectly. I am very surprised I was able to follow a tutorial as complicated as that one. I spent this day decorating around the entrance of the base. I wanted to hide all the redstone showing. Day 179, I made some red banners to go at the front of the base. This whole wall was made up of stone, so I really wanted to change it a bit. I then found some blocks I found in the nether to enhance the entrance. The next day, I decided to add some more decorations to the front of the base. It was starting to look very good after I put almost 10 stacks of iron into the enrichment chamber, so I was about to get a lot of iron from this. But luckily, I needed a lot, because I was gonna make a huge army of iron golems. After I made thousands of torches to prepare for lighting up the entire base. Yeah, this was gonna be a big project. I spent days 181 and 182 lighting up the entire base. I didn't want any zombies spawning inside. Today I crafted together all of the iron I had into blocks. and took the pumpkins and started to make my iron golem army. I now had some real guards to protect me from the zombie horde. I made a walkway to go around the perimeter of the wall. This was gonna be the most fortified Minecraft base ever. No zombie will get in, and I mean, if they do, they are gonna get steamrolled by 100 golems. I made ladders on day 186. That's literally it. Wow, I am the worst player alive. On day 187, I put down the sentry turrets right in front of the entrance to the base, just in case if any zombies were to breach the entrance. I then later found Ron. I haven't seen him in so long. The entire time he has been chilling in the lava. I was so happy to see him because I honestly thought he died. Day 188, I made 2 Cubble wagons. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. And if you disagree with me, you're completely wrong. Okay, anyways, I wanted to make some turrets to go on the base. This would work by first making an area to put the vehicle, and then I would cut out a hole in the wall, and then finally I could jump into the turret of the vehicle. Yeah, after testing this thing, I realized how amazing this turret was. I spent the next 3 days getting Witherhead skulls to defeat the infamous Wither boss. Day 193, I came back with 3 Wither skulls. I now had all the resources to fight the Wither. After I went back home through the portal, I noticed that the whole family of pigmen was just chilling inside my home, like it was theirs. I then after said hello to Ron and decided to drip him out with some night vision goggles. I mean, god damn, that man's drowning. I then after decided I wanted to have some one-on-one bonding with Ron, so I soon let him out, and wow, he was so happy to be free. Ron was sent to oblivion by one of the iron golems. This was sad. Ron was gone. That rhymed. I then decided to publicly execute this iron golem that killed Ron. So I dumped him outside the wall and watched him die slowly. Ron was so young and had his whole life ahead of him. Rip Ron, your soul will always live amongst these walls. After brutally executing the iron golem, I decided to make Ron a gold grave with an inspiring sign to commemorate his death. Can we get a Rip Ron in the comments? Man's literally got folded. I spent this day preparing for the Wither fight. This fight was gonna be hard, and I was questioning if I was even able to defeat him. Today was the day I was to fight the Wither. Now, I was not gonna fight him underground like a normal person. Oh no, I am special in that way. I am gonna fight him on the surface. Is this a bad idea? Definitely. Will I die? Probably. But I still wanted to do it for some reason. I soon decided I wanted to fight this thing away from my base, so I used my jetpack and flew far away. When I got to a safe distance, I placed down my iron golems and finally spawned in the Wither. The Wither started to fight, and the iron golems were doing absolutely nothing. So I pulled out my gun and started to shoot this thing out of the sky until it laser focused me and used its Super Saiyan speed and rushed over to me. The Wither was right on my tail. I tried to run away, but the Wither was way too fast. Was this it? Was I gonna lose my world? I soon pulled my nerves back together and put on my jetpack to take the fight to the skies. The Wither stood no chance, and I slayed it. Nothing can kill me. I am simply the best. After that intense battle, I picked up the Nether Star and made a beacon with it. For the final days of this 200-day adventure, there will be a blood moon every night, meaning the zombies will spawn twice as fast. They will also get a strength boost and a speed boost. If anything was gonna kill me, it was gonna be this. And finally, to top it all off, on the 200th day, there will be mutant zombies that will spawn. The zombie overlord. Will I be able to defeat the final wave of zombies or die trying? I started off the day by trying to trick shot into a swarm of zombies. Look, I am not the brightest crayon on the box. I then started construction on the beacon, but I didn't have enough iron for it, and this soon led me to the first wave of zombies. It was time to defend this place. Day 197, I went outside to collect some XP from the zombies. Yeah, that's a lot. And finally, after ages of getting iron, I finally completed the level 4 beacon, and I chose to get regen and resistance. Today was the day I was to give life to the zombie slave I had trapped in my house. So I made some potions of weakness and slapped him with a golden apple. And yeah, somehow that cures them. This game makes no sense at all. I then spent the night of day 198 defending the base from the zombie horde. Day 199, I came back to the base after killing thousands of zombies for fun, and I found the villager cured. I decided to legally change his name from Man I'm Dead to Man I'm Alive because, you know, he's alive. After that, I let him free to roam the house. I then, after prepared for the next battle, I made tons of ammo and enchanted some of my armor, and now it was time to defend this place. It was the morning of day 200. It was just hours away from nightfall. I needed to prepare for this battle. It was finally the night of day 200. I was waiting nervously at the front of my base. I didn't know what I would see. Soon, 4 mutant zombies emerged from the shadows. I took out my guns and started to shoot, but they were not phased. They soon got close to the base, which was not good at all. I tried to get a better angle to shoot them, until one hit me from all the way at the top of the wall. These mutant zombies were not messing around. They wanted me dead. I soon put my jetpack on and started to shoot them from above. While in the air, one of the mutant zombies jumped over the wall. He was now inside the base. I then retreated back and shot the beast from afar, while the iron golems were battling him. I soon killed the mutant zombie, but it was not over. I wanted to get a height advantage from the zombies, so I climbed onto the top of the watchtower to shoot them from afar. So I noticed that the zombies were slowly breaching the entrance. I don't know how long these gates can hold. I then heard a sound you never want to hear. The zombies breached through the entrance. Thousands of zombies were inside the base. I then tried to shoot them, but there were too many. This was not good. Soon, zombies approached the watchtower. I had to get out of there before more showed up. I made a quick dash for the bridge while holding the zombies off. I tried to get inside the trapdoors. I then went to the opening of the base and started to shoot the zombies from afar. I then soon sealed the gate to the base. Wow, I can't believe we survived that. After celebrating the huge success, I walked across the bridge and looked at the amazing base we built. This 200-day adventure has been great. We made countless friends, and I am glad to have you come along with us. If you liked the video, consider subscribing and join the Discord, link in the description. And finally, make sure to download Honeygain using the link down below and use code Gloomless for a free $5. Anyways, this journey has been amazing, and I don't regret it at all.